What's up, tribe? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's get into this Real Housewives of Potomac review. Let's get ready to get into it. Let me tell you something. This episode wasn't a whole lot to it, if I'm being honest. And this review probably ain't going to take that long, if I'm being even more honest. But let me tell y'all something. The best thing that could have happened for the Real Housewives of Potomac was them getting rid of Robin. And I hate to say that, because honestly, Robin was actually one of my favorites when the show first came on. Robin was actually one of my favorites. But Gizelle is so much more likable. She's just so much more likable. I really enjoyed Gizelle in this episode. I really did. And I've actually been enjoying her this season. And the only difference is Robin isn't there. You know? And I think it's a combination. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's all because Robin left. But I also think production had a real good conversation with Gizelle. And let her know. You can either get with the program, or you can be over there with your friend. And Gizelle said, I like my check. You know, I don't think it's all just because Robin left. I also think Gizelle done kind of chilled out a little bit too. But anyway, let's get into the episode. I like Robin too, unless she gets back with Michael's man. You know what? Until she got back with Michael's man. And I really did like Robin the first couple of seasons. She actually was my favorite because I really thought she was the more relatable. But anyway, the two of them together just aren't a good mix on camera. But let's get into this episode. So we start off, we have Mia with the kids. I don't care. I just don't. At this point, I don't care about nothing else Mia got going on. I don't know how many more episodes we have, but I don't care nothing about anything that Mia has going on. Okay, moving right along. So then we have Gizelle, Karen, and Stacy. And here's an example of what I mean. I love Gizelle and Karen in this space. They can still be shady to each other without being vicious to each other, right? But you can definitely tell that there's a friendship there and that they have known each other so long. Like later on in the episode when they're at Karen's party and Gizelle says, ask about Karen retiring her mouth. And Gizelle and Karen was like, oh, thank you so much, Jizzy. Like when they use that real nickname, you know that it's real, right? I really, really, really. So, they talking to Stacy. Let me tell y'all something. Stacy not as clueless as she pretends to be. I don't understand why she's pretending to be so dumb, but she's not as dumb as she pretends to be. Okay. This whole TJ thing, I'm going to be honest, I'm tired of talking about that too. Listen, at the end of the day, they're not having sex. We can speculate on why they're not having sex. I don't even care no more. Like, it is what it is. Y'all are beating a dead horse. The woman says she's fine with it. And y'all keep telling her, well, we want you to get some dicks. We want you to have some penises. We want you to want you. She clearly is fine with her situation. You know what I'm saying? Right, Xavier. Playing dumb allows her to be messy without accountability. You clearly, at the end of the day, like, girl, you fine with it. And if you like it, I love it. If you are fine with dating this man, y'all are being monogamous for whatever y'all reasons are, girl, if you like it, I love it. Giselle talking about some, he's in California. So you know he's in California. You know what he must be doing. Girl, just because that's your story don't make it her testimony. Like, okay, your ex-husband cheated on you and you had your little open relationship with old boy from last season and all of that. Girl, that's your story, not hers. I hate women who do that. Why are you not supporting this woman? She is literally still married. Why are y'all encouraging her to be out here sleeping around? She's literally still married. I get it. Her and her husband have been separated for a year. But if she wants to take it slow and she wants to deal with this man on his terms, I don't understand what y'all's problem is, and I feel like I've said that 3 or 4 times. So honestly, y'all, I'm just over it. Move right along. Next, I think that's pretty much. Oh, we found out about Kern's Blue Lagoon party, child. I don't care. Moving right along. So now Wendy has invited all these ladies to a boutique to tell them that they're going taking a trip to Panama. First of all, hey, you know, part of the problem with me watching this episode after my Beverly Hills girls is you just are reminded about how basic these ladies are. And there's no disrespect because all of them, most of them, have more money in their bank account than I do probably, right? So I'm not saying that they broke. I said they basic, and that's two different things. Okay, I need y'all to understand when I say broke versus basic. I ain't saying they broke. I'm saying they basic. Here's an example of what I mean by that. If this were the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, hell, I'm going to even say the Real Housewives of Miami. The way the host of the trip, and y'all know I say in air quotes because we know that for real, it be production. But the host of the trip, the way they would have invited them to Panama would have been some fancy shit, right? What is Panama? See, now I'm about to show my ignorance. But maybe, I'd have taken them to, you could have taken them like to a restaurant called the Canal. Panama Canal. Taking them to a Panamanian restaurant where they could have had some authentic Panamanian food and could have been like, yes, get used to it because this is what we're going to do. What is the signature drink of Panama? You know what I'm saying? What is the signature drink of Panama? Like, I would have sent each one of them whatever that is. Like, there's a way to invite people somewhere. So there's like, you just going to invite me to a boutique and be like, I invited you are here because we're going to Panama. Now find some outfits. What? Just find some outfits. Women like Gizelle and want to feel better about getting cheated on, so they try to make it a common thing. Oh, okay, I don't know what about you. So then the other thing that I thought was just basic, and again, this comes from me with my Beverly Hills girls. When they were ringing up, first of all, they only showed one person ringing up their clothes, which makes me feel like only one person actually bought something, which was KK. And she bought it, her total came to like $477. Now, don't get me wrong, $400 in a store is nothing to sneeze at, right? She could have sent them all Panama hats with the invite. Right, thank you, Chuck. Like, there was you could have been a little more, hell, they was more creative on Married to Medicine to go to a fucking dude ranch, okay? But neither here nor there. Don't get me wrong, $400 to spend at the boutique is nothing to sneeze at. However, once again, we are used to seeing our Beverly Hills girls. Child, we done seen them spend more than that at a damn, remember last year when they went to, where did they go last year? Barcelona? No, it wasn't Barcelona. I know they went to Barcelona last year, but maybe it was the year before that, wherever they went. And it was just like a knickknack store. They had like little figurine. It was like truly a tourist store. Like you could tell it was a tourist spot. And Kyle still managed to spend $2,000. Like, what the hell did you buy, girl? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, $400 be the taxes on what these women buy, right? Moving right along. So while we're there, Jacqueline is complaining about how nobody invites her to their events. Girl, don't nobody like you. Barcelona. So it was Barcelona? Okay. Girl, they don't like you. And isn't Jacqueline a friend of the show? If you're a friend of the show, girl, you don't get invited to everything. That's what friend means. Girl, they don't like you. So then Mia's gonna say, because Kern had told Mia to bring Gordon to the Blue Lagoon party, the Lovers Lagoon, whatever the hell it's called, party. And oh no, let me rewind for a minute. KK. KK. Hey, girl, come here. Before you start throwing shade at something, girl, I need you to know exactly what's going on. You was really throwing shade at going to Panama. Talking about, it's not really my style. Like, I like going to, like, a big European city. I mean, Italy, send me to Italy. Girl, that's because you didn't know where you was going. Girl, you was going to Panama, the country, not Panama City, Florida. And you was really throwing shade. Like, you was so much more highbrow. And going to Florida was so beneath you. Girl, you gonna need your passport to get to Panama. And then you still wasn't sure when your boyfriend was like, are you going to the country or the city? But here's what I'm saying, Bab said that's an honest mistake, though. PBC and Panama City get mixed up all the time. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, by the time you're in your confessional, girl, you knew. So the fact that you were in your confessional, like, unimpressed, tells me that you was just trying to cover for that scene that you knew was coming where you didn't know where the hell you was going. My thing is, like I tell my students, it's okay to ask a question. Girl, you thought you was going to Florida? You didn't ask nobody? And I could have sworn I heard Wendy say South America. I really thought I heard Wendy say it. Moving right along. So now we're here, and Jackie didn't complain about not getting invited nowhere. And Mia know how this game goes. Mia knows that if Jackie is not there, Jackie is not filming, Jackie ain't getting paid, and Jackie's not going to get upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't be condescending and wrong. Right. I could even see if she made a joke about it in her confessional, but you chose to go left instead of right. You could have been like, child, I was feeling some kind of way because I thought we was going to Florida until I was reminded, oh no, girl, you going to South America. Like, turn it into a joke or something. But you was really acting like you was so highbrow, and girl, you was wrong. So Mia wants to invite Jacqueline to the event, and Karen is very clear to say no. And Karen used my line, because this is my favorite line. At this point in my life, baby, that's my line. At this point in my life is my favorite line. I'm going to tell you one more time. At this point in my life, Karen said, I am protecting my peace, and my home is my sanctuary. So no, she cannot come to my home. I choose to not have her in that space. Now, had this been an event that was going to be at a restaurant or at a park or at some sort of venue, maybe Gizelle could have been talking to it. But I feel Gizelle when she said, not my house. Not my house. No, ma'am. You do not get to come to my home because you are somebody whose energy I don't want here. And I feel like Mia wanting Jacqueline to come, like Karen said, was being messy. But the fact that Jacqueline actually showed up, we're going to get to that later. But the fact that she actually showed up, we're going to get that. What, Karen? What I say, Gizelle? Did I say something about Gizelle? Kern. I meant Kern. Did I say Gizelle? I called somebody Gizelle? My bad. Kern. So then we see Stacy with her aunt. Again, I mean, her aunt seemed cool or whatever, but I mean, we didn't really need this scene. Basically, her aunt, she said that her and her aunt grew up like sisters because her aunt was younger and they're close in age. And she's telling her aunt about TJ and how they met and everything. And she lets her aunt know that they're abstinent. Her aunt was like, good for you. because that's how God was meant. That's how God meant for it to be. And she was like, well, you're the only person that doesn't seem to have a problem with it. And once again, Stacy, that's part of the problem. You shouldn't care about anybody else's issue with it other than yours. You didn't have an issue with it before you came on this show, so don't have an issue with it now. And at the end of the day, hey, girl, hey, if you really feeling some kind of way and you really need to get topped off, girl, just go on and get you some, and you ain't got to tell nobody. Because later on in the episode, he'd have let the ladies know that y'all ain't a couple, that y'all just friends. So, girl, do you? But it was a cute scene. I mean, it wasn't all of that, you know, but it was a cute little scene, little 1-2, whatever. Her auntie seems really nice, whatever. So we getting ready for this party. No, we see Gizelle go on a date. Again, y'all, I really enjoyed this for Gizelle. Now, Gizelle says she like a little bit of a bad boy, and he don't seem to have enough rough edges for her. But she said she had a good time, and that is what a first date should be. Now, can we do a comparison for a minute? It is clear to me, maybe not to y'all, and I respect y'all's opinion, but I'm telling you what my opinion is. It is clear to me that Ashley took that boy home and gave him a little something on that first date. Okay, she kissed him. She was the way she was sitting all on his lap. I feel like they'd have been intimates. It is clear to me that Gizelle gave that man something to want. Okay. They went on a little date. They did a little salsa. They had a little drinky drink. They got to know each other a little bit. They laughed. I like the way he made up a name, talking about some, hey, I'm Chocolate. What's your name? And I love how Gizelle went along with it. She was like, I'm Ginger. It was cute. And again, this just hey, Gizelle. Hey, girl. I know you don't watch my reviews, and that's okay. But hey, girl. This is what we have been wanting from you, girl. We have been wanting to see this side of Gizelle. Gizelle said, listen, I'm going to have an empty house, and I am looking forward to all of the possibilities. I feel like she put Namaste on the list of friends with benefits. I don't feel like she's looking at him as somebody to be a date, but I feel like he's somebody that they can hang out a little something, and you know, at the end of the night, go home and have a nightcap or two. And I'm okay. I love that for you, Gizelle. I really love that for you. Okay. Now we're getting ready for this party. Everybody is headed over to Karen's house for the Blue Lagoon party. Listen. This is a petty thing that I'm getting ready to say, and I know it is. I know what I'm getting ready to say is real petty. Y'all getting ready to be like, dang, really, B, you was really paying attention to that? Is there any other car that exists in the District of Columbia, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland area other than a fucking Range Rover? Why did everybody pull up in a Range Rover? Did y'all notice that? Everybody pulled up in a damn Range Rover. Y'all don't have no other car. Current, Ashley, Gizelle, and Namaste pulled up in a Range Rover. Wendy and her man pulled up in a Range Rover. Jazzy and her man pulled up in a Range Rover. Somebody else. Who was it? Somebody else pulled up in a Range Rover. I said, well, damn. Don't know what car exists in the DC. Moving right along. Stacy looked real cute in her little white and everything. Stacy looked cute. Her and TJ showed up first, I think. And then the couple started coming. Child, I don't care who came in what order. I love the little drinks with the dry ice, with the smoky drink. I thought that was cute. You know, Kern had hors d'oeuvres for the ladies. You know, she had, crab cakes and stuff for everybody. She had a nice, it looked really nice. Kern, you did that. That was really, really nice. Right. Even Jack Harlow had the little baby range, right? It was cute. And all the ladies looked cute. Well, all might be a stretch, but the ladies look cute, child. Because, Ashley always gets it wrong. I don't know. I know we give Gizelle a lot, but can we Can we give Ashley some of that? Ain't nothing wrong with having a Range Rover. I have friends who've had Range Rovers. Range Rovers are very nice. I'm just saying why all of them had one. Like they didn't have nothing else to pull up in, but moving right along. So the ladies get there or whatever, and Kern jumps right into it with the games. And the first question is, have you ever thought your significant other has cheated on you? Now, again, I really feel like that was a setup question because how do you answer that question? You're sort of damned if you do and you damned if you don't kind of thing. Of course, Kern and Ray went first, and both of them said, no, I never thought you cheated. No, I never thought you cheated. And of course, I'm sure that was Kern's way of addressing the whole elephant in the room of Kern being, being unfaithful to Ray. But child, moving right along. Happy Eddie bought happy Eddie treats for everybody, so that was cute or whatever. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so it went around the room, and of course, Ashley and her boo don't count. Gizelle and her boo don't count because they just met each other. They got the mermaids in the pool. Ray flirting with the mermaids. Kern was giving him the side eye. That was just, I had to put that out to the side. KK and her man say no. Wendy and her man say no. Mia gonna answer for Gordon and say no. I've never thought that Gordon cheated on me. Girl, Mia, you be lying about the lies that you lied about. You literally just did a whole Instagram post 2 weeks ago about how Gordon has cheated on you multiple times, how he groomed you at the age of 19, how, like, girl, now he's never cheated on you. I feel like she said it last year at the reunion that Gordon cheated on her. I mean, I feel like she has said that. Like, Mia, that's why I'm over her, y'all. I am over her. Because I don't care about nothing she got coming out her mouth at this point. It's not amusing. It's not cute. It's not funny. Chuck, I'm going to try to get caught up on Real Housewives of New York. I texted her too. She never responded to me. Because I texted her asking her when she was coming. Because she called me last week. Hold on, y'all. Because I'm behind at this point, Chuck. Hold on. Let me text her again, because I don't think she ever responded. She ain't never respond. Hold on, let me see if I can find out when she coming down. So then it came to Jazzy and her NFL boyfriend. And she talking about something, yeah, I mean, I felt like you cheated. I can't prove it. But, this she going to say in her confessional. I mean, I'm not stupid. Girl, you just trying to lower the boom because you knew all this stuff was going to come out once the show aired. Talking about something, I'm not stupid. I mean, like he had babies he didn't even tell me nothing about. Oh, but you was windmilling down in the chat 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, whenever that episode came out, when you was trying to explain the timeline. You was windmilling talking about what your man did or did not do, or would or would not do. Now all of a sudden, I'm not stupid. Girl, you something. You're something. Somebody, I'm not stupid. Girl, you something. Anyway. Well, whatever, girl, he cheated. And then he gonna say, well, I don't think anything before we got back together counts. Which means that when y'all were together the first time, he's admitting that he cheated on you. Because he said, I don't think that anything after we got back together counts. He didn't say, I don't think anything once we got together counts. It's the back together part. Girl, whatever. Lies, lies, and more lies. So then they start talking about who is more dominant in the bedroom. And TJ said, don't get it twisted. I'm not having sex right now. I never told y'all I was a virgin. And Stacy gonna try to say she dominant. And he was like, don't get it twisted. When it finally go down, please know you're not gonna be running nothing up in this bedroom. And then Mia talk about some she like to be choked. Mia just always got to say something to try to get attention, to try to get people's, like, girl. I mean, you know, Ink likes to choke. You have to always just, like, go for a shock value. Girl. Don't nobody care about all that. Ray said that in the beginning of their relationship, Karen was the dominant one. He said she used to throw him all around. Child, she still do. Anytime a woman can tell you she retiring her mouth and you okay with it, she's still throwing you all around. Most women would rather. Let me not tell them. Let me not say. I ain't talking about me. But I know when women get to that point where they don't want to have sex no more, they feel like it's a chore. They rather go on and top you off a little something, like and go on and just whatever, move right along, child. Because I'm about to say something I don't want to say. I'm about to let me shut up. Moving right along. Right, Ashley had to remind us that she play in the lady pond, talking about because when I'm with women, I'm the dominant. But you know, when I'm Ashley, you know, then I'm the girl. If you don't go sit your ass down somewhere. Yeah, Ray does look older, but you know what? Money problems, and I'm not saying that they're still having money problems, but that was a hard thing for them to go through, and that always causes a problem. She said she'll be here this weekend, so so Chuck, we'll find out when she's here. We'll see what we can do. Then all of a sudden we see this dog. Now I don't know what the significance of the dog is. I don't know if that dog belongs to Jacqueline or it just happened to be a dog at the same time that Jacqueline decided to pull up. Here's what I'm not understanding. Jacqueline, why are you trying to push yourself into a situation where you're clearly not wanted? Like, of all the events that you could show up and try to surprise somebody and pull a stunt, you show up at Kern's house, you have to know that's not going to end well for you. And then we already saw in the preview that you got all these balloons talking about one for each one of your counts, the counts on your arrest. Girl, I think, you know what? I agree with Bap. I think Ashley likes to play with women and like sexually, but I do not think she's interested in a relationship with women. And I've had friends like that who are like, look, I'm cool with, you know, playing around with women in the bedroom, but I'm not interested in a relationship or dating women. But I'm cool with playing around with them. You know, I'm cool with threesomes. I'm cool with maybe even some one-on-one action. But I'm not interested in being in a relationship and dating women. Like, I'm not interested in that. You know, that's how I take it. So that's how the episode ended. We see Jacqueline pull up and we see Karen like, nope, not today. Nope, not today, Satan. Now, just to give y'all an update, y'all know Kern's trial started yesterday, and here in the local news, it was reported that baby Kern was drunk as hell. Okay, they said she was belligerent. They said when the police pulled her over, they could smell the alcohol. Well, not pulled over, but when they got to her car, they could smell the alcohol. They said she was belligerent and she was rude and disrespectful, and she was cussing the people out. Her lawyers tried to get the footage thrown out. Y'all know they were not successful. The body cam footage. Karen tried to say that she was never read her Miranda rights. But what they said at the trial was a lot of what they got from Karen was while the EMS was working with her. So she wasn't under arrest when she was saying all of that stuff. So they didn't have to read her Mirandas because they hadn't arrested her yet. She was getting medical attention when I guess she said some of the shit she said that they're using against her. I don't know, child. But they said that the minute they asked for her registration and her license and stuff, she got belligerent. But she probably got belligerent, one, because she was drunk, and two, because she knew she ain't had no license. She knew her license had been suspended. So she already knew that was about to end. That was not going to end well. So, yeah. It don't sound like it's going too well for the Grand Dame. It does not sound like it's going too well. But what they also said on the news is she's probably not going to do any jail time. I mean, she may lose her license. She may have to go to a diversion program. I know people keep bringing up her other DUI, but that was a really long time ago. Like, that was well over 10 years ago. And depending on what type of program she went through the first time, a judge can't use that. Can't consider that. If she went through a program to get it taken off of her record or expunged or even knocked down to just a misdemeanor, they can't use that against her. I know that it's public because she's been on a reality show and stuff like that, but a judge can't, if she got that taken off of her record, which I'm sure she did, a judge can't use the fact that she had a DUI 10 years ago against her. So it's almost like she's a first-time offender. Yes, she was belligerent, and yes, she's got all these other counts, but ain't nobody doing jail time because they ain't registered their car. Ain't nobody doing jail time because they drive it on a well, you can't go for a suspended license, you can. But I think at the most, Karen, if she gets convicted, we'll have a suspended sentence. Probably have to go into some sort of diversion program. Like, I do not see Karen putting on an orange jumpsuit for no extended period of time. You know, they might give her the Diana Ross treatment where she go in on the weekends and they let her work the desk or some shit. Remember when Diana Ross had that DUI and baby, she went in for a weekend and she stayed at the front desk the whole weekend. She never even went back. They never even processed her in, child. I could see her doing something like that. I really see her doing some volunteer shit. I see her doing something volunteer, community service hours kind of thing. She should have went to rehab and showed a lot more remorse. She'd be gold. Yeah, I think part of why she probably didn't go to rehab is because they were filming. She probably was filming, and you know she can't afford to miss her paycheck. Now let's call a thing now. She can't afford to miss her paycheck. But I agree with you, Bat. She probably should have. And for all we know, she might have been in some sort of outpatient program that she's just not talking about right now. You know, she may have been. Anyway, y'all, that's the episode. That's all I got. I did watch Married to Medicine, and I'll be honest, Married to Medicine wasn't really giving me a whole lot either. So I'll probably do Married to Medicine tomorrow. But it wasn't giving me a lot either, if I'm being honest about the matter. So anyway, let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.